Today we are revisiting that breakfast nook, if you will, that was to the left of the kitchen makeover part 1 that I did, and I have partnered with my friends over at HelloFresh to bring you today's episode. So let's just take a quick second before diving into all this goodness and let you know a little bit more. I am a huge fan of HelloFresh because anywhere I can save time, and honestly, it's someone that's just like, here, this is what you do, feed yourself, it's a go for me. HelloFresh cuts out the stressful meal planning and prepping so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or even 20 with their quick and easy options. The packaging HelloFresh uses to ship your food is almost entirely made from recyclable and or already recycled content. Their carbon footprint is 25% lower than that of meals made from store-bought groceries. You can add extra dinners or lunches to your weekly order and throw in extra proteins or even add in yummy meal complements like HelloFresh's best-selling garlic bread, but your girl is kind of a hot mess when it comes to cooking, and let me just show you what I mean by that, friends.
How many ways can I be a hot mess? This is why Holly should not sleep. This is a quesadilla. What's happening? This is what you get if you want me in your life.
And this is what I love about HelloFresh is it is so easy, even for me, to make delicious meals efficient and stress-free. If you're interested in trying out HelloFresh, you can use my code 80METS to get a total of $80 off, including free shipping on your first box with purchase. You just have to go to HelloFresh.com to redeem and for more details. You know how I like to do it. I like to clean up and clean out whatever room I am making over completely. So that's exactly what I did. I removed all of the furniture and set that aside. Holly's gonna go ahead and sell that or donate it and then put it towards a room budget, which I'm actually gonna do some room budgets for you soon. And then I moved on to removing the trim off the walls, the molding off the floor, and then also taking the mirror down and patching up all the holes with joint compound. The reason that I use joint compound is because you can go back over with just a damp cloth and remove the joint compound away from the hole without having to sand it down and take away texture from the wall. Now, when you use like a paint spackle in the paint section, when it dries, it's really hard to sand down. You have to like almost wipe it immediately. So that's why I like to work with joint compound. I also am working with it here because there is a dip in the paint layers because of that trim right there. So I'm gonna even it out and then spray it with some wall texture. Even though it's not gonna look perfect, it will do for blending it in right now. You will notice that there are little unfinished areas in each room that I'm doing lately, and that's because we are tackling every single thing over here in phases and keeping it manageable for us. I am also doing multiple makeovers at once. Like during this, I was also doing the office and I was working way past midnight. So it's just fun to bring you guys in more so to the hot mess that is my life, but how I get things done. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I will just paint and work, and that's exactly what I did here, removing Callie's 4th birthday balloon bouquet, of course, before I could not find the paint stirrer. That's always my issue.
I'm sorry. Where you go? Paint stirrer, wherever you're at.
I moved forward with painting it this green that Holly chose to complement the cabinets, and the minute I started painting it, I started realizing like I don't think she's going to like this, and I was most definitely right. Even though it looks beautiful how we styled it at the end of the day here, I do believe we are going to be moving in a different direction palette wise because we don't want to overwhelm this living room with like green on green on green on green. It's just like a little bit too much, and it might look a little tacky once we add our little bar moment. Wow, how many times can I say little? When we add our bar moment that is the same color as a kitchen cabinet, it will be green on green, which just might be too much. We'll see. Trust you right now. It's too late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. You should be asleep. Do not judge. I went ahead and removed the light fixture and then asked Holly what her inspiration was for right here, since you can see 2 rooms in one, or 3 almost, the kitchen, this dining area, and the living room. After she showed me a couple examples, I ordered something off of Home Depot that was a little bit more modern and chic, but still on the relaxed side of decor, nothing too aggressive, unlike this. I genuinely have no clue what I was doing here or what I was trying to attempt when demoing this wall. I was thinking, I'm going to make my life easier, just try to take it out in one big chunk. There's no possible way to do that, Rachel Metz. No, there is not. So, just stop it. You're embarrassing yourself. What is even more embarrassing is me trying to push it. Once I realized I needed to handle this like an adult, I went in with a drywall knife and just cut away basically the wall I wanted to remove. We will be patching that later, but I also had to take the molding off because I had to open it from the flooring as well. It was just, I can't even believe I thought I could wiggle it. Still, Rachel, it's just embarrassing. What is happening with you? We will be opening up walls as well. Hopefully, I'm very excited about this. We just wanted to make it breathe a little bit more and make way for a mini bar that we are going to be DIYing a little bit later, which is very exciting.
This is called Grey's Anatomy All-Nighter and Chill.
Really pumped on this spine. It was $100 for the both of these from this really sweet woman, and they are complete solid wood. These things are ridiculously heavy. Holly wanted something with storage, so when I came across these on Craigslist, I was so pumped because not only is it adding a little bit more personality to the space, I just think thrifted finds add texture to the room that like all brand new pieces cannot. I just realized I didn't share the before of these. Hold, please. Holly wanted to remove the wheels. They were kind of janky anyways, and it's really easy to add wheels to something like this later down the line if she would like it. Grey's Anatomy. Whoa, holy freeze frame on that. I really just got like the best shot. Anyways, let's see what we have here because I was about to just not show the before. This is a 1984 credenza. It's I can speak English. It's dated on the back. It says 6684. It's stamped with a credenza mark. I'm not sure the original price. I'm still trying to find it. Holly is not a fan of the 80s wood situation, but she is a fan of having wood front cabinets. So as much as I would love to keep the all wood and find out how to style around that, we are going to liquid sandpaper the frame, keep these the same, and just modern up it a little bit. She's open to keeping the knobs, which I'm really surprised. I have some really cool modern ones. We'll see which ones we go with, but this is the before. We put one coat of liquid sandpaper on there. Now we have to put one on here, let it wait, and we're going to do some other DIYs. It is a beautiful harmony with Holly and I. I started doing liquid sandpaper to these guys overnight, and then the next morning when I was working on other makeovers, she came in and sanded them down, added wood putty. It was really rad. We have to be very quiet. It is literally 12:20 in the morning. Not quiet at all. While I thrifted those benches off of Craigslist, Holly thrifted the table off of Let Go for $100, and then I got those metal chairs I'm not going to be using, but I got two of those for $25 from Habitats for Humanity. Side note. And now we're going to move on to DIYing some wall art that I thought I was going to do two of. I'm only going to be doing one of, but I will thoroughly explain it. Let the marker show that, what time is it? That Rachel Metz has a chemical peel peeling all over her face right now, looking like a snake. And it is 12:38 on Thursday, August 6th. And we're about to test our first like stucco wall art run. I normally do this off camera. If I ever have like two of something, I will test it off camera. Fun fact. Damn, I'm tired. But we're gonna give this a go because I do want to let this dry for a couple of hours and give the other one, the rest of the day tomorrow to see if this is a complete fail when we wake up. I expect some cracking, just joint compound naturally does that if there's too much moisture or what have you. So to do it right now for a couple of hours at this perfect temperature, I'm hoping it dries fairly evenly and doesn't get cracked and crusty, but we shall see. Tripping on protecting the work surfaces. Oh, don't look at my feet. I hate feet.
Holy moly, we're doing this. Round 1. Hello? What is it, Mortal Kombat? Round 1, fight!
12:40.
Cute, guys. Fresh truly. Phone in case of an emergency for anybody. Camera, are we focusing? No. Come on, dude.
The really rad thing about joint compound wall art is that I honestly don't think you could mess it up. I have never done this before. Obviously, I have worked with joint compound, but I've never done wall art. I divided the canvas up into 3 equal parts and just went in with various tools that I had on hand, smoothing some out, making lines in another. I just kind of had some fun with playing with the texture. And like I said, there's really no wrong way to do this. I would recommend using less joint compound than I did here because it clumped together, which I didn't like, and cracked, and I think that's how you could avoid it. Full steam ahead, we move forward with just painting the frame black. Totally Holly's decision. A lot of you guys are complimenting me lately on design. Let me tell you one thing. Holly is designing it all. This is her home, and I want it to be a reflection of her, and it's really incredible seeing how insanely good she is at just making her house a home. Let's see. This looks so crazy right now, but it will make sense. Yeah. We started to place the benches after Holly painted them both. Thank you so much, Holly. And I think it's so funny with vintage pieces. For instance, the drawers just weren't fitting in certain ones, and you had to find like the perfect nook for the perfect drawer. It's not like, it wasn't like one size fits all, which I thought was a little bit funny. The smallest task turned into the biggest one. Okay, it's on my side. Yeah! Bang! Oh my god, yeah. Oh my gosh! Wait, it's so cute! Ooh, oh, to chic up the DIY wall art prior to hanging, I just trimmed down some wood with my table saw. You can buy trim pieces at Home Depot if you want to. Cut them down to size of the entire canvas, add some wood glue, and just tacked it in with a nail gun. Called it a day. I also added some hanging hardware to the back, which you can pick your fancy how you want to hang it, and then I just hung it in the most difficult way possible, apparently. Rachel, really doing the most with the most little. Okay, I am gonna leave this blank because I think we're actually gonna paint these walls white when we redo the living room. We're not sure, but I didn't want to waste a canvas, so I was gonna do 2. But I'm just gonna do 1 and then we're gonna reconvene. But let's style the rest of this, even though you're getting a sneak peek right now. Of course, did that even focus? Okay, let's get to this. The chairs swapped out because my friends over at Article and I are going to be working together in a future video, but these just fit the space so good and pulled that leather tone in nice and tight. Holly and I have already thought of ways to tweak this space. You guys will have to tune in to when I do the DIY bar moment in here. I will update it then, but let me walk you through a couple more things so I can note it for you. Okay, now if we're gonna realistically break it down, this guy I will be fixing. We are gonna morph this into one of these to be a little bar moment. And then we don't know if we want to DIY like a circle mirror or shelving, so I left it instead of wasting a full canvas because I can give that other canvas to my friend Badwood since I'm not using it anymore because we don't know the direction of decor. That's why you see me filming like this really.
because quite frankly, gosh, that's so pretty. I'm not gonna waste money when we're just gonna paint this all white and change the decor, but I am going to keep that because I like that a lot. Holly likes it a lot, but as you can tell when you come over here, it's very plain. But we ain't sure what we are going to do yet, so no judgment. I have no idea. Maybe another one of those? I just feel like it would look too symmetrical. Everything in phases right now. Everything in phases, as you can see. Oh, that's fun.
Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's episode. I will see you guys soon for another makeover. There are so many exciting ones coming soon. Oh, I cannot wait to share it with you guys.